everyone, my name is Desasterchief and welcome back to Hardspace Shipbreaker. It's been a while. It's been almost half a year since the last video. And yeah, I know. Quite a lot has happened. First of all, I got a new job. As a matter of fact, I'm a teacher now. Which means basically every free minute that I have is now spent on the job, so I just simply didn't have the time to upload anything. Not for lack of trying, to be fair. I couldn't do it. Whenever I had a few spare minutes, it's either work or my family or both. So yeah. But well, school year's finally over, and I decided to hop back in, and well, why not return to the basics, no? I mean, I really love Hardspace Shipbreaker, and it's one of the favorite games on my channel so far, at least judging by all the comments and all the views. So I guess we're just gonna stay here, and I'm gonna do that. I mean, of course, I could still do Darkest Dungeon and some other games, which I will do. That's for sure. But I really like this game, and it just came out recently in out from early access, as far as I remember. So yeah, why not return back here? That's actually a new ship. Haven't seen this one before. It's the Rouseabout Puck. It's a bit more clunky, and well, I'm gonna try my best to take it all apart so you can see which parts are easy to manage and where do we have to be a little more careful. I'm still gonna do the how-to tutorials, I think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. It's just a question how am I gonna do those. I'm not entirely sure how I will do those and if they're really needed in the first place, or if I just continue like this with a little bit of commentary and just, well, take all the ships apart. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, there's no rush. No rush at all. So, yeah. I guess I'm gonna figure that out within time. There we go. And just those. I mean, I could technically go to the ship first, go inside and take it apart, but I don't know. I personally like to do the stuff outside first. Just makes my life much less difficult. And also minimizes the chance of me forgetting something, or well, you forgetting something if you cut this ship apart. So I guess we just do it like that. So either way, yeah, those are the engines. Don't cut those, just don't. You can do that in the end, but not in the beginning, because what happens is, this is a fuel line, so it starts burning and you have to go inside and turn off the fuel valve, which is easy to do, not that much of a challenge. The big issue is the whole engine's gonna split apart, which means it's gonna give the whole ship some momentum, and in the worst case, it's gonna start moving in a direction that you don't want to, preferably into the freaking burner there, or the furnace. Let's call it furnace. So we don't want that. We don't want that at all. The ship should stay there where it is, just to make our life not more difficult than it already is. Here we go. So we do those things first, pick all the exterior parts apart. As you can see, the entrance is over here, that's already fine. But yeah, we do this one first. Just in case, if there's anything outside that we're gonna forget, just minimizes the damage. And the more stuff that we salvage, the more money we get. Bless that. And we're almost done. Boom. And the second one. Boom. Here we go. Alright, so the engines are trimmed. All the lights are gone. I don't think there's anything left. The nano carbon, can we pick that off? No, we can't. Everything else looks pretty okay-ish. All right. Let's go back. Get some oxygen. There we go. And then we go inside of the ship.
Welcome to Vindatron 9000. Oxygen levels stabilizing.
Get some thruster fuel.
Have a
Here we
nice
go.
day.
All right. Go. Oh. Here we go. Don't want to destroy our precious suit, which happens quite fast. All right. Let's go inside. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, the ship is pressurized. Okay. All right. Best thing in that case would be to pressurize the freaking ship. We go and all right. Okay. The thing is with the doors, it's how you say that? It's up to you if you want to salvage them or not. Me personally, I'm a bit of a completionist, so I want to do it. But I can totally understand if that's not your thing to do, because it really takes long, and to be fair, the payoff is minimal. I mean, it's not like you're gonna earn a freak ton from it. It's just more of a, you know, it's done so it's done. I don't know. I guess it all depends on personal preference. This one. Here we go. Alright. Door is out. The cockpit looks fine. Okay. Collect the toolkit. Collect this toolkit. Can we open the door? We can. Now we're gonna first cut the ceiling open. The thing is, we can repressurize it pretty safely, and with that we can salvage 2 doors. The problem is if we open this one, ooh, a switch pad kit. Yeah, I'll leave that. The thing is, if we, or if I, in that case, would repressurize it, the doors go inside, which means the money from the doors is gone. Can't close the door anymore. Or if we close the door again, it's gonna depressurize, and well, same issue as before. So I would say we just leave it as it is. And here we go. Okay, go for the lights. That's probably quite an easy one. Not that difficult. I'm gonna start with the more difficult ones later. I still have to unlock the explosives again because I started a new game. So it's gonna take a little while. Okay. Let's see. This one, bring out. Here we go. And I kind of want to open the door, but I can't see the panel to cut this one open. I can see this one, that's sure. Okay. Okay, that means I have to think first, which makes it more interesting. As I said, it's the first time I'm opening this one too, so yeah, it's a learning experience for me too. But I think it should be fine. I mean, if you like the video, of course, please leave a like and maybe even consider subscribing if you want to see more. Or if you absolutely hate it, well, I mean, let me know. I don't think I'm gonna do anything about it, to be fair, personally, perfectly fair, but, you know, nice to know, I guess. Okay, right. We have to open this door, and since the door console is out of energy, ba-bum. But it's fine. It's, as far as I see, it's not pressurized, so there shouldn't be an issue opening this door. Just align. Well, so much for that. Just be careful. Here we go. Okay. Thank God nothing severe happens. Okay, slow depressurization. It's fine. Nothing serious. Bigger issue is now that the door is inside, so we're gonna lose that money. Oh.
Note that excess carbon dioxide can cause damage to Link's equipment.
Here we go. Okay. But that doesn't matter. That part is open. I think we first gonna do the... Yeah, we're first gonna do the cockpit. Take everything out of the cockpit, because that's always taking forever. And that's the part that you just can't do wrong. Unless you really screw it up. Here we go. Here and here. Voila. Okay, the canopy. Here we go.
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
And here we are. Okay. I'm just gonna take out the cockpit or everything out of the cockpit. It's gonna take a while, so I'm probably gonna do a little jump cut over here. And here we are. So the cockpit is completely cleaned out. That's perfect. That means the up part shouldn't be in danger of getting damaged anymore. And as you can see, we're close to our goal. Not quite there, but close. And just get more oxygen. Okay. Now we're gonna go to the lower part of the ship. And while doing that, we're also gonna separate all the sideboards. I'm still gonna keep the fuel and the oxygen here, at least for the moment, because we're probably gonna use it later. Just in case. I will always keep those as a emergency ration, just in case if you run out of oxygen or fuel while you're in the ship. But if you have the time, my personal advice would be just refill it on the station. It's so much easier. Costs a bit more, but who cares? Alright. Alright. All the structures should be fine. This one here and this one. Go. Do we have any other structures? Over here. Don't be afraid of using your your scanners. Somebody told me or asked me why I'm not using them more. To be fair, I started to play the game where the scanners were not really, well, much use or much really valuable. They really changed in the recent updates, but yeah, to each their own. I personally am so used to not using them that I'm, well, just continue not using them. But to each their own. I mean, whatever helps you. In the end, the only important thing is that you find all the parts that you need to find. How you do it, who cares? Just up to you. Alright. Here we go. It also doesn't matter which part you're gonna start with. I mean, you can also disassemble the bottom part first and then go for the big parts later. That's completely up to you. The good thing about this game is it's not really an order, like a precise order that you have to follow. Just take the ship apart. That's it. That's it. Just take it apart. How you do it, nobody cares. just needs to be disassembled. There are ways to make it a little bit more easy, there are ways to make it a little bit more complicated, but in the end, it's basically gonna go or turn out the same. The most important thing is just take care of the depressurization and, well, leave the reactor alone until you're ready. That's the only two things that you really have to keep in mind. If you start screwing around with the reactor, yeah, that bad boy is gonna explode, that's for sure. When the reactor explodes, well, GG. Then your game's basically over. Aside from that, there's not really much that you can do wrong. I mean, except for tossing the wrong things in the wrong burners or whatsoever, but yeah. As I said, that's just silly mistakes. It's not like a game-ending mistakes that would break everything. Here we go. Here, yeah. Maybe needs a little push. Maybe a second tether, just in case. All right. Okay. Here we go. Those two are disassembled. That one's disassembled, and that one's disassembled too. All right, and we got our first goal. Perfect. Okay. So from this point on, we have two options. We can either get rid of the engines and make it a little bit easier to disassemble the middle part of the ship, or we take the middle part first out and then disassemble the engine. In my opinion, my humble opinion, I mean, as I said, you can do it the way you want it to do, but in my opinion, it's better to take out the middle part first, so take out those big panels, so the engine is floating alone. Or mostly alone, if it's possible. Because the thing is, the engine, when you take it apart, it's gonna have some... Let's get some oxygen. There's gonna be a blowout. That's for sure. Do we have oxygen? Oxygen. Okay. Yeah, there's gonna be a blowout. So that means it's gonna push the ship to the side. Maybe, in my opinion, when there's more space to it, then the blowout's not gonna be a danger, and it's not gonna push the whole ship around. I always done it like that. I've always fared pretty well like that. And here we go. Okay. Solve that. And here we go. We're gonna lose those doors, but they don't cost that much. Should have thought about that beforehand. Oh, bought a door console. That one's gonna cost a lot. Here we go. Okay, where are we? Yeah, door console over here. Okay, yeah, the blowout. Where was I? Yeah, the blowout. The problem is, it's gonna give quite a lot of momentum to the whole thing. And of course, if you have stuff nearby that could be pushed away, it will go pushed away, which means it could go in a direction where you don't want it to go. Which, on the other hand, could turn out pretty bad. So in my opinion, just take out the middle part. You have more than enough space to do it. Shouldn't be an issue. Just help with it. Here we go. And problem solved. Here we go. Because now this part is still attached. Here we go. Now it's floating in space, which means you can disassemble the engine in peace. Same goes here. All right. Yeah, I still gotta take away those pieces. There we go. If it comes to upgrades, do the tether upgrade or the more power to the grapple hook upgrade as fast as possible. It's gonna make your life easier. That I can assure you. Because you're gonna move big parts. You will. You're gonna move big, clunky parts. And the easier it is, or the more power there is to the grappling hook, the better. As you can see, those things are freaking heavy. Up. And here we go. You fly there. You fly here. Okay, so the ship is basically disassembled. The lower part still has computers and such, which you have to be careful about, and the reactor. So don't just toss it all away.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
Here we go. This part we can take out. Makes it a little bit easier to take away the reactor. And gives us a huge chunk of money as well. Because all this shit we can throw in the furnace. And now it makes it really easy to just take out those panels and everything. And just toss it into the barge.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
As you can see,
Salvage secured. Account
much
credit applied.
faster. And much easier. Here we go. The reactor we're gonna save last. The lights need to go. Door panel. Boop. Lights. Boop.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
And that's basically it. Here we go.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Door control. Okay, and the ladder.
Salvage goal achieved. Rewards
That's basically it. Yeah, that goes all in the furnace. Let's put the reactor out. And as you can see, easy peasy.
Salvage registered. Transferring credit.
Okay. Alright, so the ship is basically disassembled. You just have to throw the main part into the furnace. And here we go. And throw the rest in the processor, especially the engines. But the engines are already disassembled. They're already standing alone, so that shouldn't be an issue. I'm gonna do the left one first because it seems like there's a little bit more space. And after that's done, let's see, are any things? No. No cut points, the mount. Well, the mounting plate. I mean, I could cut it out. Here we go. Before you throw the stuff in the furnace, always check because it's really easy to not see things. Go all of that panel. I mean, if you're going for being a completionist, you can cut out the mounting plate. Up to you. The thing is, the processor stuff brings more money. That's a fact. And, well, I usually don't do that, but just for the sake of this video, you can see how much it actually brings. It's worth the trouble. Let's see.
Object deposit refused.
Yeah, not really. But it's something. Okay, let's see. Let's go for the engine. Okay, position yourself on the side so you can see them all, and then cut through it as fast as you can.
Interior unstable.
Take out the quasar thruster. And then don't get hit by the debris. Fly through it. And go for the flush out. Here we go. And done. Okay, first engine is disassembled. There we go. That went pretty well. Let's throw this one in the processor. The lights we can take out. Here we go. Be careful with those big ones, because it happens at times that it gets blocked, or it's blocking the processor. Here we go. Alright. Be careful here. Take out the fuel tank. Because the thing is, it's very likely that you're gonna hit the fuel tanks when you're taking away those cut points. And you don't want this piece to explode in the last minutes. So just do it. Takes a little bit longer, like a few seconds longer, but the ship is safe. It's not gonna explode all around you. Because you don't want to lose the fuel injector. Trust me, you just don't. That one's expensive. Okay, so that one's done. Have to go for the second one. We still have enough oxygen. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay, again, position yourself. Here we go. This one. Take out the quasar engine, throw it already down, and then fly in. Try to avoid any burning things. And here we go. Up. Yeah, you can ignore the crushing alert. It always does that, because the thing is, of course, it's moving towards you, but it's not an issue. Here we go.
Warning. Low oxygen levels detected.
Can also start putting this one in, and let's head. Oh, seems like we have a bug. Okay. Here we go. Oxygen, thrust the fuel, feathers. Perfect. Oh, and here we see one of the freaking... Yeah. That might be an issue. Okay,
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded.
okay, we saved that one from getting thrown into freaking... the freaking furnace.
Salvage goal cleared. Rewards allocated.
Can you throw the whole thing? No, not yet. Okay. Let's disassemble the fuel injector first. Again, go first for the fuel tanks. It's just safer, and it saves you a lot of headache, just in case if you miss. Which happens. Trust me on that, it happens. And when it happens, you're gonna hate yourself for it. Okay, that's gonna go in the processor. And you will go right. Well, you go in the processor too. Where's that last piece? Okay. You will go into the furnace after. No.
Object process. Transferring credits.
Of course. Yeah, sometimes it's really clunky. But it works. Seems like they maybe made it smaller. I don't know. Yeah, okay. This one's in. This one's in. You go to the furnace.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Okay, well, this is happening. I'm gonna throw this in the processor. Here we go. And another part in the processor. And let's go for the last two engines, and then this ship is done. As you can see, it goes pretty fast.
Valuable object.
Let me throw everything in. I mean, we could get the oxygen out, but it's not that much of an issue. Okay. Be careful here. We're close to the furnace. You don't want to go into the furnace. And trust me, it can happen really fast. The grapple, or like the pull force of the freaking furnace is just way too high. Here we go.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Okay, trust the fuel. Who cares?
Salvage deposit
Door,
confirmed.
yeah, that was
Applying credit.
expected. Okay, not that much of an issue. Okay, let's throw this one in here while we're at it. And go for the fuel injector once again. If possible. Here we go. And the last one.
Salvage secured.
Whoopa.
Credits deposited.
And here, and here, and voila. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm probably gonna do a jump cut again for the last one, because you already saw how the last one works. Or just gonna speed it up. I'm not sure. But something like that. Because it's gonna get boring after a while.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited. Warning. Oxygen low. No salvage secured. Applying credit. Shift halted.
Well, yeah. Be careful, because the depressurization is pretty bad. And especially when you're...
All right. Breathe.
Oh
okay?
my god.
Got yourself good there. Don't sweat it. Happens to the best of us. Always good to review your spare replacement form. See how you can avoid future mishaps. Too many spares will rack up the debt, and that's how they get you. Okay, let's get back to work. Weaver out.
Salvage deposit.
Yeah, so much for... it's gonna get boring. Jesus freaking Christ. Well, that's the issue. That's the whole issue with this thing. Because the thing is, you gotta get complacent and you're not being careful and boom. You're gonna get smashed into the freaking wall. And especially in the beginning, when your suit is not upgraded, you have to be extremely careful because it breaks really fast. Because the thing is, this engine, it's gonna depressurize with you in it. Which means it might finally throw you around. Which ends up with you hitting something that you shouldn't hit. Which means you're gonna die. I know, it sounds really poetic, but yeah, that's just how it is. Well, that's what happened to me. I think I was a little bit too close to the wall, I guess, something like that.
Tether supplies dropping.
The most annoying thing is this one. When they're stuck for some reason. I honestly, I'm not a fan of those ships. Because they have a tendency to get stuck. Or at least the parts have a tendency to get stuck. Which is really annoying. Especially when you try to go for a fuel... for a full run.
Applying credits to account. Salvage goals fully completed. Rewards assigned.
Okay, that one going in though. No. Oh, that's like 200,000 being stuck on a freaking door. Ugh, I fucking hate this. Sorry for the swearing, but yeah, I really hate this one. Ah. Maybe it moves now. No, doesn't. Yeah, it's stuck here. Well, that's just how it is. Yeah, I don't like those ships. And it's a 4% left over. That's annoying. But oh well. That's just how it is. Can't get it all. Especially not if it's buggy. As long as we still have a profit, which we have.
New certification.
We're not gonna get the sticker. Too bad. Too bad. Maybe next time. Well, either way, I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I hope you're gonna tune in next time in the next video. Until then, please consider subscribing if you enjoy it. And please leave a like on the video. It's gonna help me a lot. And yeah, thank you so much for spending your time with me. Until then, I wish you a wonderful day. Goodbye.